Alrighty, good morning. I was not able to come in today on Thursday, and I didn't get a chance to go through in class how to read the Equatorial constellation charts. So I wanted to take some time, recorded a video, and I'm going to show you how to read the right ascendant declination. Magnitude is pretty close to the same as the polar map. We've got stars of different sizes, and we've got a key up here. No triangles or circles or anything, it's just by size, and they don't give it by halves. Although I am going to, this is awfully kind of fuzzy here, this biggest one is actually a -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't think any stars are smaller than 4 that I'm having you graph. So on the small sheets that I gave you, there is the outline of 3 constellations that you have to do. Pegasus, which is the upside down horse, Orion, which is the hunter, and then Hercules, the hero. I don't know why they don't have Orion printed on there anywhere. But I also want you to do your astrological sign, which is in here. This column tells you, based on your birth date in here, what your sign is. Like, for example, my birthday is June 24th, so mine is a Cancer. That's going to be your 4th one. And all of the zodiac or horoscope constellations are right near this curved line called the ecliptic. That's where the sun travels, and that's where all of the zodiac signs will occur along. For example, mine, being a Cancer, is over here. It's not a very impressive constellation. It only has 5 stars to it. So depending on which constellation is your zodiac, you're going to have a different number of stars to chart. I will do probably the most recognizable one on the Equatorial, which is Orion. And Orion, it's his sword, belt coming down for his legs, his chest, one arm's out and one arm is up. So notice there are other stars that they show here. I only want you to do the ones that I have highlighted on mine. So it is right near the equator, which means some of these stars are going to be northern and some of them will be southern. So looking at my outline as a guide, you're going to be doing these 3 stars down to Self, over to Rigel, including Eta there, up to Bellatrix, which is Gamma, Alpha, which is Betelgeuse, and then Delta up there. I want you to ignore that dotted line, and it comes out here what is Eta 3, which is this biggest of those dots. So I'm going to draw a line connecting that and then those. And his sword, which goes down to Iota from the middle star, Epsilon. And for his arm, I just want you to take it up to Eta, which is this little last dot right there. So it's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stars. So this map is very similar to any other graph that you might be used to. I'd like to start with Orion because they actually happen to show all the tick marks along that. So as you go right ascension wise, we're looking at the hours. So I'm going to write a little bit of a reminder here. As I go this way, that's my right ascension, RA, and as I go up or down, that's my declination. Notice declination goes up and down, right ascension only goes to the left. If you look at the hour indicators, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, this would be 6 hours, and then out to 7. Most of Orion is in the 5-hour mark. There's just one in the 6th and one over here in the 4th hour. So similar to using the ruler like we did on the other one, this one is so close to the tick marks that I don't really need the ruler. I can just kind of straight line it, and I don't want to like mark this all up with lines, so I'm just going to kind of track it down. So is that eta or pi? I think that's eta. The little N shape comes down here, and notice there are tick marks, remembering that each hour is divided up into 60 minutes. So each tick mark here, let's see how much they've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So each tick mark is going to be worth 5 minutes, just like on the equatorial map. So looking at this, if that's 5 hours, this is 5 minutes before, and then 10 minutes before. So that means I'm going to start here. Orion is our constellation, starting with the little N star, which I believe is eta. Magnitude, it's pretty small. I'm going to call that a 3. Its right ascension is 4 hours. And what looks like 50 minutes. Its declination, and these are 1 degree tick marks. So if I look across to the line, looks like 0 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7 degrees north because it's on the above the equator. And then I'm just going to work my way to the left. So the next one in line is basically Rigel here, which looks like, and this is where I'll have to refer to my, it's beta with the B. It's a pretty big star. I'd call it a 0. Looks about right. It's one of the brightest in the sky. It's 5 hours, and it looks like about there. So 5 hours, 5, 10, maybe 12 minutes. Oh, I lost my track there. So if I tracked it up here, 5 hours, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and a little past. And declination, I look over here, and it looks to be about, that's 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. Now this one is, notice they've got negative numbers. That just means that it's south of the equator. Moving in, the next one, it looks like another eta. This one, first one is eta 3 for some reason. And then the next one is just a plain eta. If that's 5 hours, 5 minutes, 10, 15, 20, looks like 25. 5 hours, 25 minutes. Size-wise, I'd say it looks like a 3. And declination is just a few tick marks away from the equator. So 1, 2, maybe 3 degrees south. Then it's kind of a tie here. I'm going to go with the arm. That is gamma. Up here in the arm. This gets kind of crowded here. 5 hours, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Looks like about 30 minutes. I forgot to do the size of it. It's pretty good. I'd call that probably a 2. And its declination, how far it is from the equator, it's right about there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about 7 degrees north. Now we've got the 3 that are right along the belt. I'm going to do all 3 of those guys together. I can't read the letters there, which is why I gave you this. And don't you know it, I can't read the letters there either. There's 3 stars in a row for the belts. Looks like the first one is the fancy D, the delta. This can be our first one, the delta. Middle one looks like a little E there for eta. And then this guy over here looks like zeta. I think that's the right one. Zeta. That's one I keep on forgetting. So I'll do their magnitudes together. First one looks like a 2. The other 2 look like 1s. Right ascension wise, this is 6 hours, so I'm going to kind of count backwards. 55, 50, 45, 40, 35. It looks like 5 hours, 35 minutes. And it's basically on the line, so I'm going to say it's 0 degrees. The next one down looks like 5 hours and maybe 37 minutes. And it looks like maybe 1 degree south. And then the third one in the belt chain, zeta, 55, 50, 45, 40. I'll call that 5 hours, 40 minutes, and it's about 2 degrees south. So that is basically the right half of the body. I'm running out of time here to make this video, so I'm going to cut it a little short, but you have left to do here what is his knee south. I think that's kappa. It's got delta up top. Looks like that. Kappa, little k for down here, the one that's labeled self. And then Betelgeuse up here, which is actually the alpha star. And that's going to finish, oh wait, no, one more. What symbol is that? Mu, I think. Looks like mu. And that's going to be all of your Orions. You just finish up with the magnitudes, right ascension declinations. Hopefully this walkthrough kind of made you, helped you make some sense out of reading the equatorial map. It's the same through the whole thing. Each tick mark is worth 5 minutes, and if you're up in the middle of the sky, you might have to use your ruler to figure out what the right ascension is and what the declination is.